Marty Gallagher coming to you here, Cedar Lake Speedway for the CLS show. Practice night to end up the race season for some of these drivers, getting cars dialed in for some of their fall specials, or just, hey, we're trying to get this car dialed in a little bit more before next race season. Here with Cory Mahder and Ron Mahder, and they're both practicing in their race car tonight. How's it going so far?
Pretty good. I think we learned quite a bit just right off the bat. Now we're just kind of waiting for the track to slick off a little bit so we can see what it drives like in a little bit different condition.
So Ron, right here, you get a chance to drive the car. Is Cory taking over all the seat time?
No, I've been driving the orange car here at Cedar Lake most of the year, but it's been a lot of fun. The car's working good. It's getting better and better, and we're just here tonight testing and tuning, and trying to make it better.
And obviously, like you're saying, you ran here most of the year and ran that car. You're running your A-Mod most of the season, right? All over the place. How's the A-Mod been running this year?
Beginning of the year was a little rocky, and then here in July it's been pretty good. July and August have been pretty good. I can't really complain too much about it at all.
Perfect. Great to hear. History. You guys, Mahder family's been around here forever. How many years have you raced, Ron?
I started racing in '83.
So that'd be 40 years.
Yep.
I
took some years off, though. I took some years off in between.
And you guys are still Eau Claire area, correct?
Yeah.
And what's the racing part? Like, obviously you grew up around it with your family and stuff like that. What's one thing, like, because there's some families that, hey, I race, my dad raced or family raced, but I do something else. What was the thing that wants you, like, I'm racing?
I think, I just grew up at the racetrack, like Menominee and here. We went here weekly, and so it's just kind of in the blood. And I never got to race go-karts or anything like that growing up, and you couldn't race big cars till you turned 16. So by the time I turned 16, I was all wound up about driving race cars. So,
looking at you, Ron, how did you get into the racing background or into it at all?
My dad raced, and my brother raced on the lakes, on the ice. And my brother Dwayne and I got started about the same time in the dirt. He went straight into late model. I went into super stock,
Speaking of Dwayne, the memorial race will be coming up. I know we're here at the CLS show, but we support all the racetracks and all the racing. The memorial race is going to be happening. It got moved because of a rainout, correct? When is that date going to be?
It'll be Thursday, September 21st, just before the Punky Maynard Challenge Champions at the Red Cedar Speedway in Menominee, which is going to be the 22nd and the 23rd. And looking forward to it. Same thing happened last year. They got canceled and then raced the night before the Punky, and they had a really good turnout because it's two big paying shows back to back. It gives everybody a couple nights to race.
Yeah. And I always enjoy, like, I've been able to chance to go to that race a couple of times, and obviously your brother, great supporter of racing and throughout the Midwest, and it's great to see the drivers, the fans, everyone show up, and it's a good support system. Obviously, the Mahder family's been around racing a lot of years. The last time on the CLS show, make sure you go on YouTube, like and subscribe. What other tracks are you going to be running at before the end of the year? Obviously, Red Cedar Menominee will be one of them for sure.
We're going to run Red Cedar that weekend for Dwayne's race and the Punky, and then we're going to probably run Ashland. We've been going there for a few years as of late, and it's been a lot of fun.
So Cedar Lake Speedway, it's coming up to Labor Day weekend. Cedar Lake Speedway always takes Labor Day weekend off. A lot of drivers can travel around. You guys taking the weekend off, or are you running?
No, that's a weekend off for us too. We try to take advantage of that. We've raced a couple times on Labor Day weekend. I think last year I just put a new car together, so we went out one night just at Rice Lake and raced Labor Day weekend. But otherwise, we've been racing at Menominee and Cedar Lake most of the year. Cedar Lake every night with the super stock that they've had them, and could use a break.
Ron, what do you do Labor Day weekend then? Are you just going to sit on the boat and relax, or sit by the campfire?
We're going to go to the cabin, maybe a little campfire.
Awesome. And then with you at the Modified for the rest of the season, what races do you have lined up?
Just the same deal with him. I think we'll just take a couple weeks off and regroup a little bit. It's been a long, hot summer here at the end of it, and need some time to put everything back together again. We just got some of our tow vehicles fixed and getting some of our trailer stuff back together. So Punky and Red Clay, and probably call it a year.
Awesome. Thank you, Cory. Thank you, Ron. This is CLS Show coming to you from Cedar Lake Speedway.